Kia ora. Hello. Evening, not morena. You are with Madeline Lee from Ride Your Stigma. Just going to share the live and then I will have my full devoted attention with you. If you are joining us live or on the replay, you're welcomed to come see the truth. Come say hello. Come say kia ora. Let me know that you are here. Hashtag replay if you are checking in on the replay, or say kia ora and let me know where you are coming in from around the world. Interesting. As soon as I pressed live on this live, my whole energy moved, shifted. I contemplated whether or not to do this live today. As I was almost like facing like thoughts of, is this too negative to share, Maddie? And then I checked myself. I was like, it is never too negative to share. As long as I trust my intuitive boundaries of when I've shared, and then you choose, Maddie, to move on. Shift into the next moment and choose to then unpack, move, shift through, choose your next state of mind, state of being, state of mood, state of emotion. We choose it. And this has been coming up for me a lot lately in many areas of my life, and I've been asking myself, where is this mirroring back to yourself, Maddie? Why does this keep coming up for you? Depends on your own belief systems, whether you believe that everything in your life is a mirror of something that you within yourself, or parts of yourself, or relationship parts with yourself. How many times can I say with yourself? So yeah, I contemplated whether or not to come live, and then I reminded myself that I always come live if I've wanted to come and share about it. But I suppose it's not so much one of those lives of fluffy, happy vibrancy. And then it's interesting because just before I came live, thinking about what I wanted to share, so it kept coming up for me, and then something has just happened this evening. Two things have actually just happened this evening, and it's surfaced again. And you know when something keeps surfacing and it just keeps coming out in different areas of your life, in your professional life, your work life, your home life, your family life, public transport life or car life, your creations, your passions, your wounds, your everywhere in life, it just keeps coming towards you and keeps on trying to teach you a lesson or show you a message, gift you a message, give you a learning. And it keeps coming, and this thing keeps coming up for me at the moment. And at first I was like, well, it's not me. When it kept on coming, the lies, and I keep on having lying people in my life. Or what I call fake people. And sometimes I say, we'll go into it now if it flows, which it feels like it's going to. When I say the word lie, it's like we can get quite deep and unpack what lying is to someone, and is to you, to me, to another person, to every single individual person. That lying can be so many different things to different people, and then some people might go, no, it's not lying, it's plain lying. But what I kind of wanted to share today was that some people would say, well, no, Maddie, I didn't directly lie. I didn't lie, but you didn't tell the truth. That, to me, that is lying. If you knew you could tell the truth and you weren't telling a lie, but you weren't telling the truth, to me, that is lying. That is my relationship or understanding and belief systems on lying. And then it's interesting because through my mentorship with my mentor and my healer, we talk about the 12 divine steps to finding your life purpose, or of life purpose, and one of them is honesty. And I thought in the shower, I was like, oh, maybe I don't need to do a live stream on lying, maybe it's honesty, because honesty is the opposite, you know, integral honesty. And then I went, no, this does need to be about lying today, because this is kind of what I've been confused, or I don't know where to go. I'm just trying to wait for my live to share, to see the words. And it's interesting, when I come live, I'll write words and then I come back to them because it holds me. I can channel and rant and share about whatever comes up. And today, what did I name it? Let's talk about lies. Word imprints impacting energy integrity reading, and not knowing what to do or not being willing. And so in that moment, just then, what I was about to share is not knowing where to go, or not understanding yet, or being open or receiving, and not being willing to hear what the message is telling you. And something has just dropped in for me today that and it's hard for me to get the words out, because I'm like, why aren't I emotional? Why aren't I sad about this? But there's a part of me that keeps lying to myself about something in my life that I don't yet want to share, or doesn't feel right to share, because I'm shifting through it and moving through it. If you know me personally, you will understand what I'm talking about, that I keep lying to myself or faking to myself about a certain thing in my life. And what I want to talk, I suppose I'm already talking about it today, but let's talk about lies. Why I wanted to talk about it is because we don't talk about this stuff so outwardly or so openly sometimes. And I'm finding it everywhere. In my day job, in my business, and people in general, and people everywhere, and people in the supermarket, people in general, and everyday stuff. I just had a customer from my day job just blatantly straight up lie and knew they were lying and knew that I had caught them, and still just lied to me. And then it made me think of my emotional illness healing course that I will one day release, that I've been building over time, about the section of relationships, and not just romantic relationships, friendships, colleagueships, etc. How I want to do a whole section on lying and trying to understand, or better understanding, where it comes from and where our boundaries are, what it reflects to us, and why people lie. Not so much to give them rationale, not to give those lies, I suppose, being okay with them, but to understand to an extent, so that we can understand and then choose, is this path for us, or are we choosing to move away from that? Where are our boundaries? What serves us? Are we okay with this? Is this what we want in our life? Because I just keep seeing people lie everywhere in my life, and I'm like, why? How is this a mirror? Why, Maddie? Look at yourself. Why? Where is lying coming from inside you? And there is something that I will hopefully eventually share with you guys once I come through it, because it doesn't feel alive to share right now, because I'm trying to understand it, and that's why I got the not knowing what to do. And I wanted to share that today, that I don't know what to do about it right now. Or is it really? And this question is for you. If you can feel this mirror and you can see you lying to yourself internally somehow, if you're lying to yourself about that you really love your job and you fucking hate it, or lying to yourself that you really love this relationship that you have with someone, or this friendship, or this familyship, and you are lying to yourself saying that you really want to be in this, and really you don't fucking want to. You don't want to be there, but a wound part of you is like, oh, I do want to be there, because that's all I know, because that was safe, because it's familiar, because I'm connected there, because I'm already there, and it's the norm and it's comfortable. So you're telling yourself that you want these things, but really, do you want to? Are you lying to yourself? Are you telling yourself the truth that actually this might be really fucking hard, but I fucking hate this house, it makes me remember all those past things, and I want to move, or I want to go over here, or I don't want to do that, or I want to do this career, or I don't want to be in this relationship, I want to be in the one like this, but I don't know if I can believe that exists. So how do I leave? How do I move? How do I make these shifts and take these actions to step out of stopping lying to yourself? And I think this is not what I thought was going to come out, but I think this is the message of my own mirror at the moment. I go to my day job and I'm bringing up little things, and then people are straight up lying to me, to my face, and it's on camera. People are just straight up lying again, and I suppose that's where the fury or the the energetic row at the moment is coming from is all I can see in our world. There's messages for me, but all I can see at the moment, I know that in my belief systems, and I know that in my bones and my cells, that I know there is more than just lies. But all I can see in my daily life, everywhere I'm going at the moment, is people lying, cheating, hiding, not telling the full truth. Lolly, 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 fucking la. And that's all I can fucking see and hear at the moment. And then I'm like, oh, is it because they're embarrassed? Yeah, they're embarrassed because they're feeling shame, because they feel shit about themselves, or they feel guilt, or because they were hurt. So that's why they lied. But is that a good enough reason for you to continue to lie to yourself and be treated that way? Are you okay? Do you deserve that? No. Yes, understanding that is one thing, and understanding that in a way of, oh, I understand why they might be doing that because of this, that, and the other. But it's like, are you willing to just keep lying to yourself? And when is enough going to be enough? That you get up and you move through it. And I don't have the answer for myself right now. I don't. And I don't feel like I really need to say that often, but I wanted to share that with you guys today. That I don't fucking know today. I don't really know why, and I don't know if it's because I'm not being willing, or I don't know why I don't know. And I want to say it's okay to not know. And maybe somewhere there in your subconscious, back in here somewhere, you do know. But maybe you're choosing not to know right now. And then that's why the lies keep showing up in different areas of your life, because those mirror effects of this person's lying, and even like at the supermarket, this person's lying, or being lazy, or it's like there's a part of a course that I did once, and they talked about like walking past and seeing rubbish, I think they showed us big pictures of like piles of fucking rubbish, dirty ass, disgusting rubbish in rundown countries, flooded with rubbish and shit. And they asked us to write down what do we feel and what do we think and what comes up for us when we see these photos, and disgust and disrespect and hurt and poison and all these words, like looking at this rubbish. And then they got us to reflect back that, where does that come in our mirror within ourselves? Where are we thinking like that about ourselves? And we are all one as part is one. And that is within us. And it's landed really big with these lies, because I'm just seeing people around me all the time doing things like, I was walking through a mall the other day, going to return something to a shop, and I just walked through 3 different times, the same mall, the same hallway, and there's just fucking rubbish just sitting there, and I was just so angry. I was like, you fucking kidding me? Like, what is wrong with humans? And I had so much rage. I was like, there's a fucking rubbish bin, just chuck it in the fucking rubbish. Like, cool, you like living in a rubbish pit? Like, you like living in shit? Like, and then I realized, oh, what am I doing to myself in these certain areas of my life that I'm choosing, because I'm somehow stuck to it, glued to it, and choosing that addiction, that comfort, and I've not yet found the power within me to make those shifts. Yes, I've learned. Yes, I've grown. Yes, I've moved through them. Yes, I've moved through similar things. Yes, I've gained. Yes, I've learned. But there's this bit that just quite won't come off that is screaming at me, move. And something is holding me, which is me, which is my choice. When I talk about word imprints impacting, I don't know why I use those words, well I do, but word imprints impacting. So how certain words become patterns in our heads, and words trigger us. So we all have our own trauma, our own experiences, our own journey, our own story. And there will be certain words that you don't particularly like being used, or certain sounds, or certain colours, or symbols, or things, or places that may trigger you, may hurt you, or may inside make you go, ugh. And today someone just used some words with me that repeated from when it's fallen through and it's hurt me over and over and over and over and over and over again. and they use those words today. And that's what I'm talking about, those word imprints impacting us, where we have, relating back to lies, it's imprinted in those words imprinting in my, I almost want to say my skull, like I almost can see like a tattoo being tattooed into my skull of those words that we used. The words have imprinted into impacting me. When I hear those words, I straight away, it's constructed this belief system in me that this certain outcome is going to happen. This certain thing is going to happen because it's always happened that way, because it's imprinted over and over and over and over again. That repetition of that bad thing, or that hard or horrible or not nice thing that has continued to happen. It's like that imprinting is so stuck in there that even if I heard someone that was fully encompassing of love and care and supporting me, even one of my mentors, if I heard those words that were spoken today or said or text or messaged today, it would still impact that imprinting because it's been drummed in over and over and over and over and over and over again. And that's where I want to come into saying repetition is fucking gosh. It is like, oh, it's fucking gosh. A repetition in whatever we are doing, whether it's saying affirmations day and day again, even though we don't fucking believe them yet, whether it's doing repetition of listening to a meditation of learning to love ourselves over and over again, or saying the words. I guided someone through this a little while ago when they were having a panic attack, and I just sat with them and I just said, can you just repeat with me, I'm safe, I'm safe, I'm safe, I am 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 safe, over and over. And we're just going to sit here. And I'm going to hold your hands if you want me to. And we're going to sit here and say, I'm safe, 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 I am safe, I am safe. Madeline Lee Thompson is safe. I am safe, until I repeat that into my belief system, which that becomes my imprinting, my word imprinting, to recalibrate and reconnect and recreate those imprints that have been put in there over those repetitions of the bad things. And I hate using good and bad, but I don't know what else to use right now with the explanation of that. But those hurtful, those wound ones that I almost want to say trauma, but those same words that keep triggering, that keep hurting, especially when someone lies, that triggers the shit out of me. And they say things over and over again. I get so fierce inside when that same lie is told over and over and over and over again, and they still keep saying it, even though they know that I know. They keep saying it and saying it and saying it and saying it, and still lying. That becomes that imprint. And the importance today is on repetition of molding that imprint and that impacting to come back into ourselves, to create what we are choosing, to create the safety, to create the beauty, to create the trust in ourselves. Doesn't mean we won't go back or we won't be triggered, but the more that we practice that, it's a muscle. The more that we practice it, the more we come through. It strengthens us and it strengthens us. And then energy integrity reading, the words there, all I want to share before I just get off today, guys, is energy integrity reading. What I mean by that is when someone solely looks at you or says something, answers you, asks you genuinely, how are you today? How are you feeling today? What's going on for you today? And you can feel in their words, in their energy, in their mannerisms, in their soul, that they genuinely want to know how you are. Or when they answer you and you can feel that gut instinct of lie. You don't even know what's actually happened or what's actually been said, but you can feel it in the energy. You can feel if they're integral by the energy. You can read through the energy to feel the integrity or the lie. You can automatically feel it. Naturally, when you build your spiritual organs, when you strengthen your spiritual organs, when you work on your intuition, when you work on your integrity energy reading, you can get to a point that you don't need proof. You don't need validation. You don't need any of that, because you can feel it within your energy, and that is powerful. So if you want to start practicing it, start journaling on it. What does energy integrity mean to me? What does it look like to me? What does it feel like when I know someone is lying, and when I can feel something's not right? Maybe I don't know what, but I can feel something's not right. And then what does it feel like when someone is wholeheartedly in front of me, being integral and honest and deep, genuinely caring about who I am, how I'm feeling, what's going on for me? What does that feel like? And journal on that and soak that up. Start to build that relationship and get to know what those two feel like. So then when it happens, you can differentiate through it. Some thought points today. Thank you for listening today. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for sharing your messages with me. At the moment, we have my beautiful Find Your Flow course app on my offers and my beautiful psychic readings. At the moment, we've got a few things dropping in the next week or so. My eyes just roll. So check it out. Otherwise, send me a private message if you are intrigued from any of my offers and you would like support or guidance to step into this space. I love yous all. Have a beautiful evening. Love you, love you, love you.